Plugged On, Tyler, Keith. We're with an hour review. This time, Angelus Apatrida.
Yep.
With Cabaret de la Guillotine. This is their Spanish thrash metal band that we've kind of discovered recently. This is actually their 6th album. Been around since 2000, so they've been around for a long time. I discovered them earlier this year in the new metal tracks playlist on Spotify. I usually check it out every Friday. I'm like, Sharpen the Guillotine. That sounds interesting. What's that about? And I just clicked on it, and I'm very glad I did, because that's definitely one of my favorite songs of the year so far. And basically, it just kind of launched us into checking this band out. So we're very much looking forward to this album. This came out Century Media Records on May the 4th.
Be with you.
Yeah. I've checked out some of their other stuff, not in a lot of detail, I'd say, but some of their, I guess, bigger tracks on Spotify and everything, just checking that stuff out, and they're very good stuff there, so very much looking forward to this album, like you said. So what do you think?
I really like this album. Again, same thing. Tyler showed me Sharpen the Guillotine the first time I heard it, you had requested it on my radio show. And I'm like, all right, I'll play it, and I liked it. I'm like, so awesome. And then I think a couple weeks ago they put out the second to last song on this album, Farewell, which is probably my favorite song from the album. It's a bit more of the old school thrash metal kind of ballad thing, kind of very much in like how like Metallica would do like a ballad every album, and it's a really good song. But the whole album I think is really, really good. Some of the songs that Betrayed is another song I think is really good. The Hum I did like a good bit, and then basically the little trifecta towards the end of The Dies Cast, Witching Hour, and Farewell. I really, really like those 3 songs, especially like back to back. I think they all work really, really well. Okay, I'll look it up here in a second as I'm talking. But musically, I really like this album. It's very much. I get like a bit of an old school vibe from a lot of it in a lot of ways, in some spots. But I do thoroughly enjoy. I like the guitar tones and whatnot, and I think the thing that stands out to me the most, I really, really like the vocals. And I'm trying to see if I can pull up the band information so that I can. Nope, that's not what I wanted. So,
I know the main singer's name, I believe, is Guillermo.
Guillermo.
I'm blanking on his last name, but I thought. Anyways,
but yeah, I really like his vocals.
With the vocals, at times I get like some Havoc vibes.
Yeah,
like the hum, I feel is something straight up that Havoc could write, and at other times I was getting. This is gonna sound really weird, but more in like the heavier parts, like Municipal Waste vibes.
Yeah, there was a bit
during
of
the vocals,
waste vibe.
Especially during Witching Hour during the verses. The verses are very chunky guitar.
Also, the clean vocals. I got a little bit of like Iced Earth, Matt Barlow, a little bit kind of vibe, especially on like Sharpen the Guillotine during like the chorus and things like that.
I also get some Death Angel vibes from this whole band too.
Yeah, I think that this is another great. This is a great thing to come out right around this time, because thrash is kind of is I think very much making a big resurgence nowadays. I mean, these guys aren't new, but I think this is just another just great album that came out this year. I just feel like this year, kind of like last year, there are more really good albums I feel that have come out than the lesser ones, and I think that Angelus Apatrida is very much, I'm going to be listening to this album a lot. Again, I really like the guitar work. I think the solos are all really good. Like Farewell, I really like the solo in that song. And there's just like the chorus and the main riff, the opening riff to Sharpen the Guillotine is another thing I get that stuck in my head all the time, just like the main riff there. And I'm like, I just thoroughly enjoyed listening to this a good bunch. It was a little bit dangerous, because I was listening to this while I was driving for Uber last night. It makes me want to drive fast. I'm like, I need to not do that. No. So
yeah, this is a great time for this album to come out too, because like on the way over to your place earlier, I was jamming the shit out of this and like Sharpen the Guillotine or Betrayed or something like that just really goes well when you have the windows down.
Yeah.
Just turn the fuck up, man. Especially Sharpen the Guillotine. That to me that's still my favorite track on here. I mean, there's a lot of other really good ones, but that song just kind of has everything to me. And I love the acoustic intro. Felt very kind of creator-like in a way.
Yeah.
And then you get into some really good guitar work there with just two of my favorite riffs I've heard all year. Especially that first really heavy riff is just so fucking mean with the drums. It's very heavy. But then the verse riff is like one of the most jump in the fucking pit riffs I've heard in a long time in thrash. I mean, that riff is incredible. It is like the perfect pace for a circle pit. You know what I mean? Like I would love to see that song be played live. But then the chorus I think is incredible because one thing I like about this band is like while they do have very chunky, very heavy, fast thrash metal riffs, they also have a lot of melodic guitars going on. Like I love, Sharpen the Guillotine. It's good with that one. Betrayed is another one that's really good with it. The Dies Cast is another one. Like there's Farewell. That's another really good one. Like, but then in Sharpen the Guillotine, like that chorus is just so fucking catchy. I mean, every time that starts up and what do you say, like Welcome Home, Back to the Cave of the Wolves. It's like just the way it's sung, the way how there's just so much energy in that chorus, in the guitar work underneath everything is just so good. Yeah, I really like that. But then, like, Betrayed is really good. Betrayed has some really heavy stuff going on in that song, too. And some really interesting vocals, for sure. Ministry of God and The Hum, I think, are two other really just in-your-face songs. Downfall of the Nation kind of is a little interesting. It's a little bit weird on the timing of some things, but I kind of like it. Then I think the one track on here that just does not stick with me is One of Us. That's just the one song that I'm like, I feel like you could probably take that off of this album and it's not going to change anything. It actually might make it a little bit better because I feel like everything else hits really hard. The Dies Cast and Witching Hour and Farewell, I totally agree with you. Like those three tracks just boom, boom, and then I actually wish Farewell was the song that ended the album in its entirety. Because I feel that's such a strong song to end on. It's a little bit different of a song because it's more of a ballad, but I love the vocals during that song, especially. Like Martyrs of Chicago isn't bad, but I feel compared to, the Dies Cast, Witching Hour, and Farewell, like boom, 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 those three songs just should have totally ended this album to me. In terms of just, I guess, the pacing of it, you could say. It's a really good album, and there's a lot of really just great riffs, vocal harmonies, vocal, patterns, everything. I mean, it really kind of has a lot of what you want in a thrash metal album. That's speed, heaviness, solos, fucking great vocals that you can really that really get you fired up, but then also you can really sing along with and all sorts of stuff. It's kind of got everything to it, and I really like it. I mean, it doesn't kind of turn thrash metal on its head and completely revolutionize everything, but it is a damn fine album to listen to me. I like it a lot. Glad I discovered it. I also really love the artwork in this band's logo is fucking awesome too. Yeah. So yeah, check it out. Angelus Apatrida with Cabaret de la Guillotine. Check it out. Let us know what you think of it. What would you give it?
Give it 8.5.
Me too. Thanks for watching. And Sharpen the Guillotine.
Yeah.
See ya.